right, guys. Thank you for joining right on time, everybody. Today's webinar's topic is very, very interesting. It's part of our Time2Justice.ai's AI in Law series. And today we will talk about how lawyers, people, users can use AI in real estate legal matters. And today we have Vaibhav Sharma as one of our keynote speaker to support us in this interesting topic. Vaibhav, thanks a lot for joining right on time. Thank you, Vaibhav.
Welcome.
So I'll just quickly introduce Vaibhav. I'll also do a quick introduction about myself and about Time to Justice, and then Vaibhav will give us a keynote on the topic, as well as we will see a demonstration of how we could use AI in the world of real estate legal matters. So Vaibhav has spent immense amount of time in the real estate commercial laws. In addition to real estate laws, he has also spent a lot of time in various different types of legal aspects. He has spent time in civil laws, in service matters, debt recovery, arbitration, consumer laws, insolvency laws, corporate laws, writ protection, and SLPs. So he brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in drafting and vetting various contracts and agreements. Technologically, he's very, very adept, and he likes to play around with technology as well. He has done Masters of Law in LLM, as well as he's focused on cyber law from Indraprasth University. So very, very good personality, good lawyer to talk about the topic in hand. Vaibhav, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you, Prateek, for such a wonderful description.
Quickly about Time2Justice.ai. Time2Justice.ai is India's first Indian-built, made in India AI portal for the legal advisors for lawyers, as well as for anybody who wants legal advice. And we have fine-tuned, trained it, customized it to Indian laws. We have trained it, and we continue to train it with Indian case laws as well, which is very difficult to find otherwise. So just Google on Time2Justice.ai. We'll also do a demonstration today. I am Prateek Agrawal, one of the co-founders of Time2Justice.ai. I've spent around 2 decades in the world of data and data science and AI. One of my other co-founders is a chartered accountant. He couldn't join today. He's a chartered accountant and MBA from IIM Indore. He has also spent close to 2 decades in the world of technology as well as data. So that's the team, and we've got, of course, a team of people behind us to support. But Vaibhav, without taking too much of your time, why don't we start with the topic? It's very interesting, and I would like to hear, and probably a lot of people would like to hear. And guys, feel free to ask question. If we think that the question is something that we will take care of later, then I'll tell you. Otherwise, feel free to get involved. Yes, Vaibhav.
Okay. So first of all, Prateek, thank you for having me today. And as the topic says that how the AI can be helpful for lawyers in real estate world. So let me start with the basic things about the real estate laws. So basically, the initial time period was when we deal with the laws like Transfer of Property Act, Contract Act, consumer laws. These were the basic laws that were available for the allottees, how to tackle with their delivery position and issues with the builders. After that, there was a need of time that, okay, we need some more stringent laws. Then IBC was introduced, RERA was introduced, and there is a very change in the field of law. There is like times have changed, perception of the courts have changed towards a builder, towards allottees and everything. And we are currently we are at a stage where not only courts know that, yes, not only builder can't be at a fault, even an allottee can be at a fault. So the law is balancing itself, that judgments are balancing the law in a much better ways. And as we see day and day, there are various n number of judgment that says that we are protecting the rights of the allottees. Yes, they are protecting the rights of the allottees, but as well as they are protecting the builders as well, because not almost all the builders in the country are at fault.
Absolutely.
So then we move like, what are the challenges that are being faced by the lawyers when we talk about the real estate issues? So basic challenges that we face are like, not each and every allottee wish to come forward to fight with the builder, because there is a misconception that, yes, builder has the money, builder has the source, and they can misuse those source and powers to influence the judges or the courts and everything. That's a different part. But then The issue is they think that, okay, courts has a perception that the agreements that the builders get assigned, like BBA or MOU or anything else, they are one-sided clauses. We understand that not every builder says so, but yes, there are some clauses that favors the builder most, not the LOTs. So there comes the law that, okay, you have to balance it. We draft the equations, we draft the clauses in such a manner that they are balancing. How What I think that AI can help out is that neutralizing such clauses that are not a biased one, they are unbiased. They can favor both the builder as well as the the allotee. So with what I think that was the main aim of framing the RERA Act. So basically, the RERA is something that balances the things, and that's what the AI will help the persons who are working in the field of RERA, because RERA tries to balance the laws, and AI being an unbiased mechanism, it can, scrutinize each and every detail. Like we have to draft a memorandum of understanding between the developer and the LRT. So the if we are correct with our facts, if we are having a focus that, okay, these are the key terms that we need in our MOU or any other agreement, then AI not only will draft the document, but it uses the simplified language that we lawyers generally don't use. Because our perspective is that, okay, tomorrow this document has to go to court. But AI, if it's developing or creating a document which has a very limited use of legal language, that will not only simplify the document, but it will help the allotee to understand that what are my rights in a better manner.
Absolutely.
In that perception, I think that yes, AI is creating a lot of hype that people are seeing, and they are using AI and they are feeling much relief. Yes, there are some issues, because since AI is into developing phase, that not each and everyone they can understand that yes, what AI is writing in a simple language, can it be codified into law, or can it be correlated with the law? Then at that stage, if that document is get vetted by a lawyer, then they have no problem, because a lawyer knows how to twist the words, something that always we all know that AI can't do.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, you're right.
Yes. Other than that, if we say my personal experience regarding using an AI or something, then yes, even I sometimes use AI. There are various cases while drafting a legal notice. Sometimes I know that this legal notice does not require my that much of concentration. So I can put in keywords into the AI thing, like chat GPT or something. Then it gives me a rough draft. Okay. Then all I need to do is cross verify that what the facts that I have inputted it, are they correct or not. Then there are certain stages where even I feel that if I'm like drafting a settlement or something, then my perception of writing the document will be on a safer side towards my client. That yes, it is legally sound. But if I have to balance it out, I think AI is a more suitable way to use that.
Absolutely. Very good, Vaibhav. Thanks a lot. A few things I picked up from what you just said. You said
Yeah.
that, I mean, based on whatever you said, there are three, four things that you're talking about where AI is helping the lawyers in the world of real estate. One, bringing efficiency to the entire process, right? Maybe you can use AI to generate the pointers that needs to go into an agreement, right? Then you spoke about
Yes.
simplifying the language, right? Definitely AI can be very
Yes.
very helpful in simplifying any contracts words, right? Or if you have received
Yes.
a if you have received an agreement, you have received a legal notice or a legal agreement, if you want to simplify and understand, or make somebody understand, make your clients also understand what is the meaning of those meaning of that entire agreement in, let's say, 10 lines or 10 bullets, you can easily use AI to do that. I also realized that you spoke about drafting an agreement, very, very important concept, which is where AI can be very, very helpful. That you can actually draft a complete agreement and then vet it as a human lawyer. You can actually vet it to reduce the time and efficiency again. Um,
Yes.
these were some of the points that you definitely spoke about. One of the things that I would like to add to this, probably, Vaibhav, is we have seen in our portal, we have specifically utilized a lot of case laws. Now,
Mhm.
maybe, I mean, you are a lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, I'm a technologist. But what we have seen as a feedback coming from a lot of lawyers that we've worked with is that, they say that earlier they had to research about a lot of case laws, but now with the
Yes.
help of AI, they can pinpoint three, four important cases related to a particular legal matter very quickly.
Yes.
We'll actually try and demonstrate that as well. But I know that you have also tried Time to Justice a little bit, Vaibhav, right?
Yes, I have. I have.
So, what kind of situation? I mean, what did you find? What did you realize? What was your experience of Time to Justice .ai platform?
See, my experience was really good. So I started drafting out a legal notice reply.
Okay,
Okay. That legal notice was something where it was were vague allegations that okay, you have cheated me out and there was some fund that was required to be repaid to me and you have not done that. So initially I tried the ask a legal query, not directly with the drafting a document. I
okay,
sought a legal query that okay, I inserted the words like uh, need to draft a reply for a document where a case has been built out for cheating.
okay. What was the
Okay,
case?
so cheating, like legal notice was regarding a
Cheating. Okay,
cheating. Yes. So there were certain guidelines that okay, you have to put pinpoint these things, and you have to use all these things. This particular thing has to be incorporated, like core facts, legal issues. Absolutely right. So these were the three basic factors that core facts. Okay, what my facts are. Definitely, it's absolutely right. AI is right over here that you have to specify out what are the facts of your case, how his case is entirely different from your case. Then the legal issue, whether my acts were constituting to a cheating or not. Okay.
very good.
Then the jurisdiction part. Usually, like in criminal cases, people don't think that okay, how the criminal jurisdiction will be formed. Like someone who is residing in Delhi, he has done a bank transaction in UP. He will feel more comfortable in filing a police complaint in Delhi since he lives over there because he don't want to travel all the way back to Noida or say Ghaziabad or somewhere. So that's the issue because AI will be not able to decide what is the jurisdiction. It cannot give a proper reply to the jurisdiction part. But yes, by pointing out the third key factor that you will have to keep in mind what is the jurisdiction. It is pointing out the core things that you need to point out or you have to capture in your reply. So this was the legal query. Is like they have given me the key points. Now, when we come to drafting a document, then while drafting a document, suppose I take an example of the agreement type of memorandum of understanding. Okay, then we give the start and end date.
Absolutely. And then the parties
Yes.
in.
Now that part is involved. Like for example, we use A, B, C, and D, E, F. Okay,
Absolutely.
and then yeah,
Right.
right. Country is India.
Let's say in Maharashtra, Mumbai, signing authority again on behalf of.
It can be ABC or anyone.
Right.
The moment you will click on submit,
It creates the entire entity.
yes. Now the best part is if you see the bold headings like background, terms of agreement, start date, end date, terms
Right.
of agreement, start date, end date, jurisdiction, general provisions. Now the key factor is the general provisions. So these general provisions are something that MOU is uh, like based upon. So if we are like entering into more details, like what kind of a general conditions that we intend to, or what my purpose of forming the MOU is, then it will definitely help me out with framing the more clauses about the general terms and conditions. But if we say that, okay, a layman who used to copy a draft or a sample document from the Google, for him to, write each and everything, just cross verify, and, sometimes finding out the terms and conditions, he will have to mix up multiple documents. Now, in mixing up, sometimes there are issues in language. A normal person cannot understand that if clause 1 is relevant to me, will a clause 2 of the other document will be relevant to me or not? So AI will be helpful in this manner, that he will be able to distinguish itself. It will only provide me those clauses that is relevant to the uh, purpose of the document for the common person.
Absolutely right. And here, the moment you include more clauses about the general provisions, it very
Yes, they
nicely
will be
incorporates
automated.
them. And again, one of the things that we have done behind the scene, Vaibhav, here is a lot of people ask me that, Pratik, what is the difference between this and ChatGPT? So my answer to that question always is that here we have trained this entire model on using Indian laws, using Indian case laws, and that too we have categorized them based on the popular jurisdiction, meaning popular states, popular cities, how the laws change from state to state. So we have incorporated that as well when we trained the machine, I mean, when we trained the large language model that we are using behind this. And here, the moment you include the general provisions here, it'll actually end up giving you a very detailed MOU, right? And now here, the best thing is you can actually guide it that, hey, do you want a more detailed MOU with all these provisions, or do you want a simpler MOU with only few provisions? So it can actually behave, it can actually draft a document accordingly. One of the other things that people, I mean, the lawyers really find very useful is this Word document feature. So whatever document that has been created, if you click on the Word document, what it does is that it allows you to save the same document as a Word file, which then you can actually open it and make the changes as you want. That is one of the features that we have seen is a very, very useful feature that a lot of lawyers, a lot of our lawyer users are actually utilizing, because of course, at the end of the day, you want to be able to modify on the Word document. So it saves a lot of time. It brings a lot of efficiency into the picture there, right?
I will add one more thing to this. Like you are talking about Chat GPT. So in Chat GPT, basically it takes only the key points, that okay, these are the key points, and it will draft a document. Now, in such a document, you will yourself have to understand that what the Chat GPT has written, whether it is relevant to me or not. Now,
Absolutely.
in this, in your platform, you have given me a sample. Okay, this is the template. You have to use it. Now, after including the following general provision, this specific factor that you have included over here, this will help me to include only those clauses that are relevant to me. In
Absolutely.
ChatGPT, I will have to again read the entire document in its entirety. Over here, I'm not concerned about the other key factors. Okay, what are the other material, whichever it is written over here? That is absolutely correct. Now I only have to focus on the general provisions. So I will be focused. My time is saved to focus only on the general provisions and not on the entire other document.
And I'll tell you one more small thing, Vaibhav, here. When it comes to general provisions as well, if we mention include the general provisions related to a typical MOU between two business partners involved in an e-commerce business. So then what it does is that very nicely it ends up creating the provisions which are applicable to an e-commerce partnership or e-commerce MOU. So if you notice, it actually includes this. Now, if you want it
Yes.
more information industry oriented, then you can actually just mention that, make it information industry oriented, where the clauses would be a little more geared towards confidentiality of information, confidentiality and sharing of information. So all that comes into the picture as well. One more feature that a lot of our lawyer friends utilize from our platform is the ability to just copy certain things. For example, here in this section, we only it only gave just general provisions. Now you already have a Word document whereby
Yes.
you actually created this. Now you just want to replace the general provisions, so you can just copy that much. So you just click on this copy feature. It gets copied, and you come over here and you just paste that over here. And when you sorry, I had to enable the editing. So the idea is that when you do so, then what happens is that your work, the amount of work that you're doing, fairly decrease. Okay, and so these are small micro features that we got to understand from a lot of our lawyer friends, and we understood that these are small things which are very, very important for the lawyers, and we realize that these can be very helpful in reducing the time to draft a document, time to reply to any document. One of the other places where we have seen a lot of people using Time2Justice.ai, specifically in the real estate laws, is before you're buying a property, a real estate property. I think Vaibhav dropped, so he'll rejoin. In the meantime, I'll just quickly finish that point. Where I've seen lot of people, what they do is before they buy a property. So let me open this again to.
So sorry, there was a technical glitch.
No, I understand. I understand. So I was just trying to tell Vaibhav was that a lot of our lawyer friends or a lot of our users as well, we have seen before they buy a property,
Yes.
a lot of people, depending upon the state that, let's say your client is in Ranchi, Jharkhand, or one of your client is in Chhattisgarh, one of the other client is in Madhya Pradesh. The state laws are different. For example, mutation laws are different. For example, registration process is different. But the way
Yes.
we have trained this is that actually you can get that entire process and get specific information. For example, what is the stamp duty in Bengal right now for women? What is the stamp duty in Maharashtra for women currently? What is the stamp relief? So I'm stamp duty relief until when? So all that information is also available very easily here. You do not have to really go and verify that information on Google or anything like that. You can just be over here. So we've seen a lot of users and the lawyers use this to do that due diligence before buying the property as well. So I mean, in fact, I bought my house, and the first thing that I did was that what are the type of searches required one must do before buying a real estate commercial property in, let's say, Calcutta. So it
Okay.
gave a very interesting. So it just like a very good lawyer, preliminary fact collection, pre-research consideration, and then the legal issues, and then the jurisdiction. So when you give all these things, then it will give you the entire set of checklist that I need. And it remembers. So say, for example, title search, incumbrance certificate, property tax receipts, mutation records, land use and zoning, building approvals and clearances, environmental clearances, tenancy issues, physical inspection, financial due. And also the best thing is, if you incorporate that, please tell me the addresses where, or please tell me the portals where I can do this. So it gives you the portal addresses as well, the references also. So we've designed. Also, the next feature that we are uploading, and that we will go live next month, Vaibhav, here in this portal,
Mm.
is we will allow people to upload documents.
Okay.
So say, for example, you are buying a property, somebody has given you title deed and the
Okay.
supporting documents. So you could just upload those scanned documents into the portal and then let you understand the main salient points from those title deeds, understand the entire
Okay.
history. For example, let's say it's a very old property, so it'll have a very long history. Who bought when? I mean, I'm sure you are an expert. You can tell about
Yes.
more. But I've seen that, I mean, the property that I bought, it had like 50 pages of history. So I
Okay.
said, I mean, please summarize that history, right?
Hmm.
What are the things that I need to be worried about? So it gave me a very good pointer, summarized pointer from that scanned document. And
Okay.
then using the scanned document, if you want to draft a reply, so we are creating a draft a reply feature as we have created a draft a reply feature as well. We have created a
Okay.
summarized document feature as well. Then we have created a compare document feature, meaning you got two versions of the document and you want to compare and then get a comparative understanding. Okay, what paragraphs have changed? What are the different things? And if there is any legal discrepancy at all, so that also we have incorporated in document handling and reply. So, for example, you have a legal notice that has been sent to you by somebody or one
Hmm.
of your clients, and you want to quickly reply. So, just upload the document, the legal notice, and then it will draft, at least give you a very good 80% ready draft, which you can then modify as a lawyer and suggest to your client. Imagine the time that you end up saving,
Yes, definitely. It will be a great help.
right? So,
And
yeah, go ahead, please, Baba.
so, okay. And I must say, this feature that you are intending to include in your this particular platform, it will be of great help to lawyers who are into title search and due diligence part.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of a great initiative that you are thinking about, and your like your target is absolutely commendable.
Yeah. And thank you, Vaibhav. And it'll be live. It'll be live by the end of this month or maybe first week of May. The
Okay.
best thing is the amount that we charge. It's less than an intern. I mean, less than. So it's actually just 2,000 rupees a month
Okay.
for the entire month. And imagine the price if you have a paralegal. That paralegal, even if that person is a intern, will at least charge you 8,000 to 10,000 rupees minimum. And here what we have done is that we trained this entire model. I mean, the brain behind this model using the famous cases done by the famous lawyers.
Okay.
Okay, by different, wide variety of lawyers' speeches which were publicly available, right? And we trained the entire LLM using this, I mean, the information that was publicly available, like a good lawyer, I mean, so we actually used a lot of international methodologies as well, and we spoke to a lot of great lawyers as well, like you, and we realized that what is the process that they like to follow, and we
Okay.
have trained it as per that process only. And that is the reason why at times in the first picture, in the first go, it will not give you the results. It will ask you what are the facts, what are the pre-research consideration, like a good lawyer would do.
Yes.
So if you look at
Basic
the
general questions.
absolutely, and if you look at the price, 2,000 rupees versus 8,000, 10,000 rupees, it's a very huge difference. And for lawyers, one of the things that we have done here is it is, if you notice, after every reply,
Yes.
we say that if you want to reach out to a lawyer related to that particular topic, you click on this button and then it'll show you. Right now it is not live, but it'll be
Okay.
live very very quickly, very very soon. Now we are registering the lawyers, whereby it will take them to a lawyer page, and the lawyers would be ranked based on the experiences that they have mentioned, and based on the amount of I mean, the expertise that they bring into a particular subject. For example, if you're talking about real estate, so it will show you real estate specific lawyers only. So
Okay.
that is something that we are now registering. So it's a win-win thing. The lawyers get leads, and we are able to also help our customers, because our customers can also be end users who are directly buying real estate, for example, or doing the due diligence related to real estate, and the lawyers also get clients. And to register as a lawyer, we don't charge anything.
Okay.
So I mean, it becomes I mean, so the way the vision here is that we're trying to build an ecosystem that that reduces the time to justice, right? That is the whole idea behind this name as well. That we realize that as an end user, we are. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. My co-founder is also not a lawyer, but we are pidit. Malab, we have suffered quite a bit because of the legal problems, the small
No,
legal issues, the big legal issues. So we realize, this has to be solved. So the whole
I
idea is to reduce the time to justice for any person. You guys are experts. Your time should be spent not on drafting, not on doing the basic rudimentary stuff. Your time should be spent in dealing with the clients, in brainstorming with the clients, in helping the clients get the results, get the right advice, legal advice. So that's why we have built that entire ecosystem, or we're trying to build that entire ecosystem into it.
I really understand this part that you are trying to save the time, because as a lawyer, we understand that litigation is something that is time consuming.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason most of the common person do not want to get engaged into any kind of a litigation. So they prefer buying property or something from the known persons. They
Absolutely.
don't prefer going to a lawyer to, okay, please help me out with the title search, or if there is any encumbrance on a property or something. So they prefer buying a property from the dealers or from the agents who can, directly sell them a newly made property. So there is no litigation ongoing or nothing is there. But
Absolutely.
what I've seen from this website is that uh, if they are the key feature that you are going to introduce in the future, that will help not only those persons who are not directly dealing with the agents or someone. They will also help the persons to identify, okay, sometimes we are moving out on a road and we see a property and there is a board that, okay, this property is on sale. Then if we can get on hold on that document and the key, and we use your key feature, then it will help them to easily visualize that yes, there is some dispute on the property and whether I should buy it or not. That will be a major help or a breakthrough in the real estate industry.
Yeah, and look at the amount of time. I keep harping on the time because
Yes.
ultimately the right person wins in most of the structured country. The law
Yes.
is blind. However, it favors the right person. We have seen it. I mean,
Ye-
I have also seen it. But the time it takes
mm,
can be very, very killing. It kills the entire spirit, right? So the whole idea is to reduce the time. So that is where our focus remains. If one focus is there, then that is the reduction of time. And because of the new technology enhancements in the world of artificial intelligence, the cost to do that has reduced significantly. That is why we were able to build a portal like this in such a short period of time, and we are able to give it in such a affordable price point as well. We have a lot of people who have joined Webhub.
Okay.
So probably I would like to open the floor for people to be able to ask questions. Yeah. So
Sure.
guys,
Sure.
feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions. Will be more than happy to address your any question that you have. So I can see a lot of people are there. If anybody has any question about the platform, how AI can help us, or how AI can help the legal community, feel free to ask. Or if there is any other opinion also that you guys have, we'll be more than happy to hear. You can always unmute yourself and ask questions, guys. Yeah. All right. I mean, no worries. So I will also give you the portal address. It's very simple. Time to justice. Time numerical to justice.ai. You can easily Google it as well, and I've given it in the chat window. And if you want to reach out to me or Vaibhav, you can definitely just search on Google Prateek IV, Prateek Time to Justice, and you will find me. And you can search by Vaibhav Sharma, advocate, and you will find uh, Vaibhav as well. Now, Vaibhav,
Yes.
I would like to give you maybe a couple of minutes to, do a finishing note to that entire discussion and what probably you have experienced with Time to Justice.
Okay. So as a closing note, I would like to say that uh, your initiative is something very unique, and your focus on minimizing the time spent on litigation or drafting document, everything is something not everyone can think of. Secondly, your new ideas of including the other key factors, or what else can be included for an AI to decide. Like, what I have felt about after using ChatGPT is that they are like, okay, we have created a platform, you can use it, you can help out yourself. You will have to think of the keywords and everything that you want a document to draft in a manner. But what you guys are doing, that okay, we are giving you out certain criterias, you can get a template. Now we are helping you out more, that what else you want this draft to include. This is something that not each and every developer or a technical person who is developing or working on AI can think of. And what time to justice is intending to, it's like what like earlier said, that yes, it's commendable, because not each and every lawyer thinks about saving the time. Not each and every person thinks of going to a legal person from the legal background to save itself from getting into the litigation, or getting itself safeguard from all the legal aspects while buying a property, and not only with respect to a property, if we talk about the other things also. So I'm hoping that in future, if time to justice thinks about, okay, no, we are not inclined only towards the property rings and everything, we inclined to move towards drafting other documents related to other issues, like say,
Yeah, it drafts document about all legal matters.
okay,
Property
then it's
remains one of the focus areas, of course, because a lot of requests come for property. But civil, criminal, any kind of, we have tested it across 25 different categories.
okay, okay, then it's
So
great.
a lot of intellectual property related matters we have trained it on. A lot of civil related matters we have trained it on. A lot of criminal related matters we have trained it. A lot of corporate laws. A lot of our CA and CS friends
Okay.
are actually test users, and they have found a lot of interesting use cases, because as a CA, also as a chartered accountant, or you have a lot of clients, and you have to advise them on various regulatory statutory requirements which keep
Yes.
changing, right? So
Yes.
this also is kind of a legal help that they're doing, right, for their clients. So those things also are very well covered.
Okay.
We have done that. Company secretariat laws and regulations are all included as part of our training models.
Okay.
And you guys are very good in drafting legal documents. CAs and CSs is not that great. So for them, it becomes even more interesting that they're able to draft legal documents with all the regulation. And if they have to sometimes reply to a GST notice, right?
Mhm.
We've seen they have to bring out some specific cases of GST, specific case laws as well. So we have seen it brings very nice case laws as well, very
Okay.
relevant case laws.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, Vaibhav, for joining in today, and thanks a lot for sharing your experience with AI, as well as thanks a lot for sharing your experience with our platform, Time2Justice.ai. And I must thank everybody. There are a lot of people who are here, probably not be able to take a name for everybody. However, I I want to invite everybody to please register as a lawyer on Time2Justice.ai. There are benefits. We will of course get benefit by having such an esteemed panel of lawyers as on our platform. We don't charge anything from the lawyers to register as a lawyer. The advantage that you get is you can get leads directly from the platform itself. There are thousands of users who are using the platform already, even though we have not officially launched it. We have just done a soft launch. And so you get free leads as free clients, as we say. And you can definitely utilize the power of the platform while doing due diligence, while drafting documents, while drafting legal replies, and the next set of features that we're launching by the end of this month, whereby where the platform will have the capability to handle documents. So you can just imagine just scanning documents, uploading it, and getting a reply, or comparing the document, or summarizing the documents. So all that features will also, we believe, will be game changer, will save a lot of time, for you as a legal profession, so that you can utilize your time in better places. Thanks a lot, Vaibhav, and thank you everybody for joining in today. I hope to see you all on time2justice.ai. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Prateek.
Thank you.
Bye.